It seems like wherever you are on campus, you can hear or see construction. I hear it every day because I live in Jewell Hall, directly across from where the new Student Center is being built. Next to the massive construction site is Stoll Field, a campus landmark. Although most people don't know it, Stoll Field is the site of where the first football game in the South was played, and now it's home to the University of Kentucky Marching Band because they practice there. The marching band usually practices in the evening, but during the day, there's a lot of activity at Stoll Field too. A whole other culture takes place. You can find students studying, socializing, eating lunch, and even taking a phone call or FaceTiming friends from their hometown. Students like to come to Stoll Field to have a place to interact with each other, play a game of catch, or sit solo and get a few tasks done on their laptops. The people who frequent Stoll Field are probably residents of a dorm on North Campus like me, or have classes near the field in Whitehall, Memorial Hall, Barker Hall, or McVeigh Hall. Stoll Field is a wide open grassy area across from Bowman's Den. Trees line where the field meets a concrete walkway and provide shade for students sitting in the grass or lounging in the colorful chairs seen around campus. With the new student center underway, construction has been disturbing old traditions and turning them into something new. Stoll Field will fall victim to the construction plague and will be a new parking lot for the Student Center. The marching band will have to practice at Shively Track and Field Stadium, and the student body will no longer have a headquarters to play a game of frisbee or simply relax. How does the student body, specifically non-band members, feel about Stoll Field becoming asphalt? Is Stoll Field truly utilized enough by people who aren't in the marching band to care about what happens to it? I interviewed freshman Sam Callahan. Hey Sam, I wanted to ask you a few questions about Stoll Field.
Okay.
Do you go to Stoll Field?
I go to Stoll Field at least once a week for to eat my food in between classes, or to do homework, or to just sit in the grass in those nice chairs in the shade.
So do you think it's important to the culture of campus?
Yeah, I do, because there's really not that many grassy areas to sit. There's some, but they're in between big buildings. So it's nice to just have that big open field with the chairs.
Aside from Sam's personal experiences at Stoll Field, I also wanted to get some insight into her observations to see if they were similar to mine, and even delve into the marching band debacle, even though she's not a band member. What do you observe about Stoll Field as the day changes and the week changes?
In the mornings, it's kind of not that busy. Nobody's really there. Everybody's just going to class, or they're still asleep. And then towards lunchtime, it gets more busy because people are eating their lunch. And then it clears out closer to 5, 6 o'clock on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for band practices. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, when band normally would be practicing, there's just people are playing sports like frisbee or football on the field.
Okay, so are you aware that it's being turned into a parking lot within the next couple of years?
I've heard some of the marching band kids talking about it and a couple other students on campus, so I was aware.
So you like to listen to the marching band, right?
I love it.
So how do you feel about them having to practice at Shively Track and Field Stadium when Stoll Field's gone?
I'm kind of pissed about it because I feel like them being right there, it's something everybody can listen to, eating your dinner or, just sitting in your room doing your homework. It kind of brightens up the campus at night. But now that's going to be gone, and it kind of sucks.
Gotcha. I asked Sam a few questions in regards to the problem of construction. She lives in Jewell Hall too, so I know she hears it just as much as I do. I wondered what her opinion would be, especially because the Student Center seems to be taking longer than it should to be built. The University of Kentucky wants to build a billion-dollar structure and taken away an important part of campus history and culture. It seems like somehow there should be a reimbursement for the loss of Stoll Field. So I also asked Sam what her solutions would be to keeping Stoll Field alive. Okay, so do you think we should preserve the historical and cultural importance or not, and how should we?
I think that we should, because it's a big part of not just our culture but all of the SEC's culture, because football is a big part of the SEC and that's where the first football game took place. So we should definitely keep it. Maybe we could do that by moving the parking lot somewhere else or making parking structure 5 the parking lot for that building. But we should definitely preserve the field.
Okay, so aside from Stollfield being torn away, the new student center is being built and there's a lot of construction going on, and you live in Jewell Hall. So how does the construction affect you?
It affects me because it makes me sleep deprived. It starts at about 4 a.m., if not sooner, and it doesn't stop till about 10, 11 o'clock sometimes. And it's very loud, and it's kind of frustrating because you hear all the noises and you see all the workers, but it doesn't look like anything's getting done. So it's very frustrating to me.
Well, thank you for answering some questions for me. I completely understand Sam's frustrations. I myself have been woken up numerous times since I've lived down here, and I finally decided to get a pack of 50 earplugs off Amazon. It seems like I live and breathe disruption because of the clanging and banging. Sometimes I think to myself, are you kidding me? Because Sam's right, it does look like there's hardly been any work done to the student center since I was here for orientation in March. Once Stoll is gone, culture and history will be gone right along with it, and now I know I'm not the only one that sees this. Even though Sam only visits Stoll once a week, and she's not a marching band member, she still thinks Stoll is culturally relevant. When Stoll Field is a parking lot, perhaps a new historical marker could be put in place, or even a wing of the new student center could be named after this important part of UK's campus history. Aside from missing a really cool athletic part of UK's football past, I'll miss hearing the marching band practice on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday the most. Another tradition lost.